so I'm a little bit late. I'm just rethreading up my sewing machine because I had black in there and I need white. So just bear with me a second while I do this. But hello everybody, how are you? Where in the world are you? Have you had rain this morning? Is that a little bit better than the heat we've had over the last few days? Who have we got then? Right, so Leanna, Susan, Samantha, Lynn, Kim, hello. And Liz, Chrissy, still in Cyprus, having a wonderful time. Hope so. Hello, Sue, June, Patrice, Julie, Cherry, Anita, Linda, Christine, Samantha, and Susan, Alison, Jeanette, Anne. Hello. And Jan. Hi, Jane. Oh, I need to check your pricing on your order. I don't get a quote for sending to Canada. I have to wait until I get the bill, which I've got now, so I'll double check that and hopefully give you a bit of a refund on that one. Hello, Daisy and Kaz, hello to you. Who else have we got? Jane, Cheryl, I think I've said. Nola, hello. Heavy rain in Northumberland. Oh, I don't mind it a bit cool. I'm not so fond of the heavy rain, so you can keep that if you don't mind. Oh, Facebook. We have Helen, Pat, Janet, Judy, Fee. Hello. Oh, I've got some fabrics for you. Horrible wet day. It's actually lovely here. Lovely, warm, sunny, making the most of the last of it, I suppose. Hello, Olive Ann and Leslie, Bridget, Rayner in Cephalonia on your holes. I don't know where that is. Where's Cephalonia? Hello, Anne and Catherine, Pat. Hello, Sue, Jean, Jan, Stella, Sylvia, Delia. Janet, a lot. I think I'm up to. Oh, I'm not up to date. Hello, Rita. Hot and humid in New York. Deborah, Jane, Jeanette, Kaz. Oh, got one eye on the tennis. I mean, a bit like that. A bit like that today. Sue, rain before but sunny now in Scarborough. Oh, lovely. Cold and wet in Melbourne now. Gosh, all over the place and lots of different weathers as well. How's about that? Well, I don't have any new fabrics to show you. What we're going to do. I tried to show you how I made, not Kim made, can't take the credit, her botanical shopper bag, which we launched on Sewing Street last week. It's huge, it's ever so useful, and it is now as a download on the Debbie Shaw Sewing website as well. But what I wanted to show you, if you saw the show last week, was how to do the burrito thing with the lining, and I didn't quite get a chance to do that, and explaining isn't quite the same as seeing, so I thought I'll just carry on. With this bag, it does have pockets on the inside, which I haven't put on the bit that I'm going to demo with, because that's really easy. You just add those. Just follow the instructions and add those. You'll be fine. That's really, really easy. And I've used, oh, hello, says Francine. Hi, Ginny. Oh, hi, Ruby. Hi, Coco. June loves the bag. Hot in Hants, says Shirley. Oh, Maureen's managed to catch us live. She's normally out. But yeah, it's a little bit different because it's got the carry handle. And then, didn't bring binding. That wasn't what I was showing you. I just wanted to show you how to put the lining and the outer together. So we'll have a look at that in just a second. Just booked my venue for the sale of work later this year, hoping to get my wee grandson some adventures. Oh, how lovely. Machine on overtime from now on. I'll get fabrics to you quickly then. Beautiful fabrics. Meggie washing with me. Oh, hello, Meggie. 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 Marina's in Perth in Australia. Hello, hi Jennifer. Oh, we could spend all day just saying hello. It's really busy, isn't it? How many have we got? Let's have a look on YouTube. 165. Nice. Can't see on Facebook. Can't see how many. Oh, 71. Just lots of comments and lots of many of you. How's that? Hello, Claire, Patricia, Jennifer, Christine, Shirley, Samantha. Oh, I said Samantha, didn't I? With Meggie. What's going on with live chat? I don't know. Looks all right to me, Jeanette. Can you not see anything? Don't know. Right, shall we do it then? I haven't really got any news. I've got some... What's coming up? Not back on Sewing Street until the 17th. Now, that's changed. of July, and that's going to be Christmas. So we've got some new Christmassy stuff. So, oh, actually, I need to let Half Yard Club know to change my schedule there because it was going to be the 23rd. So, yeah, so that's on the 17th. And then I've got 2 old fabric ranges. I shall tell you more later on because that's not till August and September. But I have 2 new old fabric ranges coming out for them as well. So samples of that's going to keep me really busy. Christina's just come back from Italy. Very, very hot and felt cold when I arrived back. That must have been really hot for this to be cold. Seem to be having internet connection issues. No, Debbie. So they don't know who I am, Rita. I mean, Debbie Shaw. I'm Debbie Shaw, for goodness sake. Internet. Don't know what they think. Don't know what they're playing at. Anyway, oh, hi, Laura. So shall we have a go? Right, I don't have any of the webbing with me. So we do have this on the website. It's 2 inches wide and it's lovely for this. It doesn't have to be that wide. It just needs to cover over that seam and the edges of the pockets. But it just kind of suits it. So with this one, I've made the straps and those are 1.5 inches wide. And I've stiffened them with some of my new fancy interfacing, which I know I showed you in my impromptu on Saturday from the office, but I just thought I'd show you this now as well. It's so new, I haven't really had a chance to use it too much. Creases do come out when you use it. It will be creased when you get it home. But it's basically a seeded canvas with glue on one side. So I've used it as a stiffening inside the handle. It's a bit like a Decaville Light, but softer. It's got a softer handle to it. So yeah, that's just a strip of that inside there, just 1.5 inch wide strip that I've put inside the handle because I didn't want it too stiff. But what I want to do with this one, because it's a canvas, that could actually be the lining. Oh, bobbin's fine, thanks, Leanna. So if I fuse that to my bag fabric and have that as the lining, and then I'll finish off the seams, maybe do a princess seam or even put binding on them, then I think that would make a very nice bag. But it's, as far as I'm aware, nobody else has got this. And it's Debbie Shaw branded. So that's it. Fusible canvas, brand new, and it is lovely. Really, really excited about that one. Yes, it's softer than Decaville Light. It's about the same thickness, Laura, but it's just a little bit softer. Yeah. Yes, Bev, Kimberly's jacket behind me, the vest, is now available as a download on her new website, made on a Monday. So I've put the link in both the description boxes on Facebook and on YouTube as well. So take a look at that. It goes from sizes 4 to 30. A French seam. Oh, French seam. I always get the two mixed up and I don't know why, because then they're not even similar. Princess seams on dresses, French seam. French seam is a princess seam. Yeah, sorry about that. Princess seams are the ones that go from the shoulder or the arm on a dress around the bust and gives shape to a garment without the need for darts. Yes, I mean French seam. It's going to be confusing. A good job I didn't write that in instructions, isn't it? Anyway, so I'm just going to make up the straps first of all, and then I'll explain how the rest of the bag works. So these are 6-inch strips of fabric. They're slightly shorter than on the instructions. The webbing on the instructions is 50 inches long for each one. I've done width of fabric, so these are 44 inches. And 6 inches, fold in half, fold the long sides to the centre, fold in half again and press. And then it gives you a 1.5 inch finished size to the strap. And I've got a 1.5 inch strip of my fancy new interfacing on the inside. So let's pop that there and there. I can lengthen the stitch a little bit. Oh, treading on my bin. And we'll just sew down each side, like so. So if you wanted to use a 1-inch webbing, that would work just as well. But I do think because it's a big bag, oh, I can't see a thing I'm doing there, can you? It does actually look quite nice, I think, with a wider strap on there. So that's why I'm doing this one. Yes, Laura, I thought that was very generous of her as well. If you order from Kim's website and you're a Half Yard Club member, you can still use the same code to get your discount. Wasn't expecting that. She said that just before she left today. I thought that was very generous of her. Just sewing straight lines, really. Just sewing straight lines. Also chatting to each other. We need to do the same on the other one, so sorry about the noise. I'll do that. Same on this one. Sounds tinny. Is that just when the sewing machine's going? Has that affected me, Mike? Maybe I'll sew a bit slower and it'll be a bit quieter. Quieter. And I'm just making up. If you saw the Sewing Street show last week, we were selling a pattern for Kim's shopper bag, and I didn't get time to do the demo, so I just thought I'd show you now. Is that better? So slowly and quieter. I'll go a bit quicker. I could have done this before, but I'm rather busy today. So we've got this Christmas show coming up on Sewing Street, and we've got loads of stuff, loads of Christmas stuff and loads of other stuff as well. If you've ever been a little bit daunted by sewing zips into bags and cushions, I have something that might help you. Something's just right because we redid the floor and you can't find anything. Is that overbooked? Here for a sewing fix. Sound is awful this afternoon. This is all tested beforehand. Is it just when the machine's on that the sound's iffy? Because it was fine earlier on today. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, Janet's got Christmas fabric. What are you going to make with your Christmas fabric? Oh, hello, Pauline in North East Scotland. Sounds fine until you use the machine. How strange. Not done that before, has it? It was okay on Saturday. Except the nursing machine, it cuts your voice as well. How strange. I'll shut up while I just do this then. There, does that help? Don't talk and sew at the same time. She said her sounds okay. How odd. Well, I'll carry on a little bit. I'll carry on. So, put the instructions to one side and I'll show you what we've got here. So this is what I started to do on Sewing Street. And this is as far as I got. I'm just going to pop my iron on.
Machine.
The sewing machine.
Yeah.
It's not done that before though.
The mic is struggling with your voice and the sound of the machine together. So,
Not done that before.
you're going to have to shut up when you sew.
I just said that, yeah. I'm not going to sew and talk at the same time. We'll get it fixed. You don't look the same trying to keep silent, says Jean. Oh, hi, Joanne. Irene, hello. Right. Your last order, we've emailed you a couple of times. You've put down that you're going to pick it up. So I didn't know if you were planning to come and fetch it. It's a bit of a long way from St Albans, or if that was a mistake and you want it posting. So let me know. I think Jan emailed you the other day about it, but we haven't heard anything back. So we've got an order sitting there, not knowing whether to hang on to it for a pickup or if you want it posting. So let me know. Choose a technical term, shut up and sew. That's about it. Hello, Susan in Ohio. Okay. So pocket piece and outer piece were right sides together. In the pattern, you do get the shape of the oval. Now, this isn't the exact measurements that you're going to... there's a link, Mary, for Kim's website. I've got something in my eye now. There's a link to her website in the description box on YouTube. So just click on there, it'll take you straight through. Right. So yes, it's not the exact size. But I wasn't giving you the dimensions. I was just showing you how to do this. So you sew the two together and then push the lining through the hole and press it. Like so. Oh, it's getting windy outside. I wonder if we're going to get rain. And try and make this nice and neat, because you will see a little bit of the inside of the handle. I'll do this again when I've top stitched it. So move you out the way. Hello, Jane. Hello, Jane. Hello, Sarah. Says crafternoon. Crafternoon to you too. And then I'm just going to top stitch all around the hole. I shall shut up while I'm sewing. Oh, small stitch. Still shutting up. Tell you what, we had a power cut the other day and everything's been reset. I wonder if that's... Oh, shut up, Deborah. Now, I wonder if that could have caused a problem. Everything went off. We had the plumber in, fixing our central heating. Best time of year to get it done, isn't it? And yeah, he tripped everything. Oh, Carol loves the Half Yard Club, such wonderful project. Oh, thank you. We've still got big plans. It's our birthday, 7th birthday in August. And we've got some things to celebrate. Well, Susan says it's not too bad if I tone it down a bit. Yeah, no, I was doing that. I was doing that. A bag with that style of handle before. Yes, I have, Gail. I can't remember what I called it. It was a bag about that big. Was it a bottle bag? Laura will know. On YouTube, there is a bag that has a handle just like that. So, that's the base. So now we need to sew. These are the side pieces. The side pieces look really wide because they fold around and the pockets are wider, so they stick out a bit. So it's like that. So these need to go right sides together, but I want the lining out of the way. Don't want to sew through that. So let's do that first of all. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. I think I'll sit down here for a little bit when we're finished and just have a play with me equipment. Irene, I'll send it out tomorrow. So we did email when we first got your order through, just to check if that was okay, but it'll go out. It'll be every. So that we'll get that out to you as soon as possible. Right, so that's that. That's out of the way. Let's sew the other pocket piece onto the other side. Like that. That out of the way. like so. That. Okay, there's not a lot I can do about this sound, I'm afraid. I can try and stop talking. I don't know why it's not picking up the sound of the sewing machine, but I'm just going to carry on anyway, if that's okay with you, because I think you can hear most of what I'm doing. Right, now before I sew the rest of it together, I'm going to put one of the straps on. So that's going to go like that. I shan't talk while I'm sewing, because then at least you're not going to miss anything that I'm saying. I'll do it that way, it's a bit neater. So make sure that that's not twisted. What I do like to do is to put a little bit of glue behind there first of all, not over an area where I'm going to sew. So I'm not going to sew this right up to the top because I need to put binding on there. So measure that. All of your measurements are in the instructions. And let's squeeze that out. Oh, you're on a go slow today. And just put, don't put this where you're going to sew, because we don't want this to hit the needle. I'm going to stick a pin in the end of that, as you do. My sew list, Sarah's sew list is getting longer. So when you come into the end of the tube, it all gets gunged up, doesn't it? It was a quilted gift pack on YouTube with that handle. Oh, thank you, Laura. I knew Laura would know. Laura knows what I'm doing more than I know what I'm doing. Right, so I'm going to just dump a little bit of glue. Yeah, don't put it right to the edge. But this will also make the handle stronger. Pretty strong anyway, but you know. So is that twisted? There, like that. Is that right? No, like that. Okay, so make sure that's nice and straight. And then same, just down here. So I'm just kind of going over the seam with a little drizzle of glue, just to hold that in place before I sew. Hello, Fern in Indiana. How are you today? And then pop that on there. And I'm just going to leave that a second to dry. Oh, Brenda's watching the tennis. I don't follow the tennis, but I hope you're enjoying it. Gary does. Gary likes a bit of tennis. Right. And then we'll sew that in place. Again, make sure the lining is out of the way. And I'm trying to sew over the stitch lines that I've already sewn on the strap. Doesn't really matter. Lining out of the way. Up to almost the top, and then we'll turn it around. And back down this side, with the lining out of the way. And the same on this handle. Lining out of the way, thank you very much. I'm going to turn around. Oh, the wind's picking up in the Midlands, says Sarah. And back down this side. There we go. Right. Then we're going to sew the next piece on here, right sides together, lining out of the way. So here we go. Alright, so then that's what we look like from the inside. And that's the outside. I'm not going to go all the way through to putting the base in this. I just wanted to show you how I'm going to do the lining pieces. All right. So before I sew it together into a tube, I'm going to sew the second strap on this bit because it's easier than when it's all sewn together. So again, oh, thank you, Dawn. It's my birthday on Friday. Fancy you remembering, because I never mentioned it. And then that down there. Just leave it to grip for a second. And then we'll sew there again. 21 again. I wouldn't want to be 21, to be honest. I'm happy being the age I am. I'd just like it without the arthritis. Whoops. Just slipped off there. Thank you very much, Brenda. Not doing anything. Don't do parties and things like that. Too old for that kind of thing. Right. So across the end. Thank you, Patrice. Thank you, Sylvia. Oh, thank you, everybody. That's very sweet of you. Now, unless Gary's got anything up his sleeve, which I hope he hasn't, if you're watching, because I don't like surprises, as you know. The only thing I'm doing on Friday is seeing a rep. I'll probably just be spending loads of money on fabric for the website. That's what I'll be doing. Right. When I first shown on the 4th of July. Oh, thank you, Dawn. Okay, so that's what we're looking like from the outside. Then we're going to sew these two pieces together to make a big tube, lining out of the way. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Helena. Thank you, Gina. Thank you, Jennifer. Put that down there. And so, oh, I'm glad you like it, Dawn. Right. Almost there. Hello, Rose. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you, Chrissy. Aren't you nice? Thank you, Claire. Oh God, that's a happy birthday. I'm not even, it's not even my birthday yet. Thank you. Right, let's turn this through now. And then we've just got the final side of the handle or the strap to put on. So that's where we are there. Let's flip that over there. Do you, oh, Rita thinks we've got lots of new names. Come and let us know if you're new. It'd be nice to hear from you. Welcome along if you are new. Oh, just on my skirt. Oh, Alan's going out for a 4-course meal. That boyfriend of yours really spoils you, doesn't he, Alan? I presume that's who's taking you out for your meal. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Irene. Ooh. I wouldn't have said anything. Fancy you picking up on that. Right. I was thinking the other day, on Saturday, I should be nearer 70 than I am nearer 60. Scary thought, isn't it? Right, so that goes there. I don't know why I was thinking that. Not wishing my life away or anything, but true, isn't it? Thank you, Mary. Yes, Nola, this is the Botanical Shopper bag. It's a download on the website. And I'm using, it's Kim's bag, and I'm using her botanical garden fabric as well. Now then, I've glued that on there. We need to sew this one, and this is why I got the other ones on first, because this is going to be a little bit tricky to get under the sewing machine. So let's shove it under there and not take any nonsense from it. And just make sure that as you're sewing, you're only sewing through what you need to, and everything else is out of the way. What have I done there? I'm just switching off and on again because I think I've touched something and I've turned to a buttonhole stitch, which isn't what I wanted at all. Oh, thank you, Alana. I think you're the same age as my son, aren't you? He's 44. Are you 43? Can't remember. Something like that. Right. So again, I'm just making sure that I'm only sewing through what I want to sew through, and nothing else is getting in the way underneath the needle. Quite easy on a big bag like this. Turn that around. Amanda's next birthday will be 70, wherever the years go. I know. I don't know what's happened to life. Seems the older you get, the quicker it disappears. And that seems strange. Don't feel 65 until you just catch a glimpse of yourself in a window or a mirror and think, where did my mother come from? Hello, Sadiq, how are you? Then it's, oh, sorry, Jude is 73 next month, but my head thinks I'm 39, so I'll go with that. I'm with you on that one. I'd happily be 39 in my head. Okay, 44 in March. Oh, what date? My son was 44 on the 8th of March. There we go. So handles sewn on, ready to put in the lining, which is the bit that I really wanted to show you. So let's turn it inside out again. Thank you, Christine. 3 weeks from my birthday is her birthday, and she'll be 70. Going to fly to Scandinavia for a special holiday. Oh, how lovely. Oh, nice. Okay. So now we need to put these side lining pieces onto the front. So the first bit's quite easy, because there's the front panel, there's the side, and we're just going to sew straight down there, right sides together. 16th, and you're not too far apart then, Alana. Okay. I'd normally, with this, I would pin it, I think. That might help. So just make sure the edges are lined up there. There we go. It's quite important that your seam allowance is consistent on this one as well. So it's 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. If you want to use the edge of your presser foot, that's fine. But make sure you use the edge of your presser foot all the way around. Right. Oh, hello, Blodwyn. So we've got that sewn on there. And then we'll sew the other side onto this part here. Hi, Moisa. So those two pieces right sides together. with everything else out of the way. So we'll just do the same again here. Sure, that camera's moving. All right, let's pop that there. And so. Right, there we go. Thank you, Dawn. That's so sweet of you. Okay, so now let's open this out a little bit, see if that makes more sense. So this and this need to be sewn right sides together. So what we're going to do is move that out of the way and actually we're going to wrap it all around. All right, wrap it around the whole of the rest of the bag. Oops, over to that side. So I've got the two pieces right sides together. Let me show you that again. This is the bit I wanted to explain. This is like the burrito. So this is a similar kind of technique that you would use in the, you know, the, what's it called? The yoke on the back of a shirt, that kind of thing. Right. So that's the bit that we've just sewn. Those are the sides sewn onto the front. So now we need to sew the sides to the other front, which is here. But I want them to be right sides together, because if I just join them like that, I've got the raw edge showing, and that's no good. So let's flip it around. And that's the side I want to sew, and bring those two pieces together with all of the rest of the bag shoved inside. It's one of the new arrivals, Liz. If you have a look on the website under new arrivals, it comes up as new Debbie Shaw's fusible canvas, and it's by the 1/2 metre. All right, so let's pull that over there and sew those two together. Okay. So that's the seam that I've just sewn. All the rest of the bag's all scrumpled up inside, remember? So let's pull it out. Like so. So that's the seam that I've just sewn, and that's now on the inside, which is where I want it. So now let's just flatten this bit out a little bit, because this seam here needs to be sewn right sides together with that seam there. So we do the same again. We're going to open this out, go all the way around. We can roll all of that up inside until we've got the two edges matching there. Do you want to have a look at that again? Did I make that clear enough? So all of my sides are sewn to the front apart from this one. That's how it looks when you lay it out. Those two need to be right sides together. So let's flip this over. Take it all the way around the bag, and if that's a little bit bulky, just roll that up on the inside and stretch this over so that those two pieces are right sides together. And then we'll sew that one. So again, I'm just lining up the two raw edges together. It does want to fight back a little bit where the handle is, but don't stand for it. And sew all the way down. Okay, and then it all looks a little bit of a knot, but if we turn this over again, you'll see that we've got all of the seam pieces, the lining pieces, all sewn right sides together. Right, I'm not going to sew it in now because I just want to get on and sort out this mic. But if you pull the lining away from the outer bag, this is where you're going to sew in the base here. So find the centre of the front panel, find the centre of your base on both sides and sew those two pieces in. Sew the base in, and you'll sew that all the way around. You don't have a seam right on the corner this time, so just stop when you get to the corner, 1/4 of an inch from the edge, with your needle down, and then stitch straight across. When you come to the lining, so this is this way up, you do exactly the same. This just needs trimming off a little bit, mine was a little bit too long. So find the centre of the base, find the centre of the front panel, sew all the way around, but this time you're going to leave a turning gap. And then the whole thing will turn through that turning gap until it's the right side out. So let's just pull that through so you get an idea of what it's going to look like. So those will be the sides. Let's pull the lining down so you can see. Pockets on the side. You'll have your nice square base in the bottom of there. Then take the top of the lining and the top of the bag and top stitch all the way around within the seam allowance, just to hold those two pieces in place while you put the binding on. And then your binding goes over the top. So if I just show you on the bag itself, that's the binding. Now Kim's used the same fabric as the lining, so it's just a bit cleaner. She didn't want the binding to stand out too much, so she's used the same fabric. And this was machine sewn on, flipped over, and then hand sewn. And she's done it that way because if you're confident in machine sewing, that's absolutely fine. But if you're not, then do hand sew, even though it's more time consuming, because you will see the inside of the bag. You know, if you've got wonky stitches on the inside, it will be seen on this one. Now, if you wanted to add something like a magnetic snap to it, then you could do. I'd maybe do that just underneath the handle. Do it on top, do one of each if you like. And remember, the actual bag has got pockets on the inside seams as well that go into those seams at the side of the handle section. So I hope that's helped anyway. I just wanted to explain that because didn't get a chance to on Sewing Street when we launched it, but the download is available on the website now if you wanted to buy that way. Okay. Moisa, if you want to write, there is a PO address number on my website if you needed to write to me about anything. I don't normally pick up the mail. You might get a reply from Jan. Right, I'm going to go. I'm not going to go. I'm going to stay here and try and sort out this sound so we're okay for Saturday. So I shall see you again on Saturday. We don't have any open days at the moment, and I'm absolutely chock-a-block. My schedule is just 7 days a week at the moment. I haven't had time to fit it in, I'm afraid. So I don't think we might be able to do just a random open day, not the big event like we do when we have the Dukey boys up for demonstrations and things like that. I'll have a word with my daughter and see when's the best time to do it. So you keep looking under the events. If I can squeeze some time in, then we'll put it under the events, maybe in August. Won't be in July, we're chock-a-block in July. Anyway, thank you very much, Sarah. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you on Saturday, and hopefully you'll be able to hear me and Sewing Machine at the same time. Thank you. Oh, you're lovely. Thank you very much. And yeah, I shall see you again very soon. Thanks for joining me today. Enjoy the rest of your week. Oh, just need to do this. Let me see if this one works. It is cooling down, you know. It was baking in here on Saturday. Got 2 fans on and everything. Just need to do that and then do that. And then when I press this button, this one happens. See you later.